I didn't believe it at first. Honestly, I thought it was just another internet rumor. Another overhyped truck that people were exaggerating for views. But the more I looked into the 2026 to 27 Toyota Stout, the more things started to change, and now I'm starting to think this might actually be one of the smartest moves Toyota has made in years. Welcome back to MVPWHEEL, where we don't just follow trends, we break them down. Let's be real for a second. The truck market has been predictable. For a long time, bigger engines, bigger bodies, higher prices. That's been the formula. And for years, people just accepted it. If you want a truck, you go big. But when I first started hearing about the Stout, a smaller, hybrid-focused, compact pickup, I didn't buy it. It didn't fit the image of what a truck is supposed to be. And that's exactly why I ignored it at first. Because think about it, a compact truck that focuses on efficiency instead of raw power? A truck designed for daily driving instead of heavy-duty work. It sounded like something that wouldn't really work in the real world, or at least, that's what I thought. But then I started looking at what's actually happening in the market. Fuel prices are rising. Cities are getting more crowded. People are using trucks differently now. Most truck owners aren't towing heavy loads every day. They're commuting, running errands, going on weekend trips, and suddenly, that small, efficient truck idea started to make a lot more sense. And that's when I realized something important. Maybe the Stout isn't trying to follow the market. Maybe it's trying to fix it. Now, let's talk about what changed my mind. One of the biggest things is the expected hybrid powertrain. At first, I thought, why put a hybrid system in a truck? Trucks are supposed to be powerful, right? But then it hit me. Hybrid doesn't mean weak anymore. It means instant torque, smoother driving, and way better fuel efficiency. Imagine driving a truck every day and not constantly worrying about fuel costs. That's not just convenient, that's a completely different ownership experience. And then there's the size. I used to think smaller trucks were a compromise, less capable, less useful, but now I see it differently. A compact truck is easier to drive, easier to park, and actually more practical for most people's daily lives. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things better. Another thing I didn't believe was the idea that this truck could be affordable, because let's be honest, trucks today are expensive. But if Toyota manages to price the Stout competitively, it could open the door for a completely new group of buyers. People who never even considered a truck before. And that's when it really clicked for me. This isn't just a new truck, this is a new category of buyer. People who want the utility of a truck without the downsides. People who want something modern, efficient, and practical. And if Toyota gets this right, they're not just entering the market, they're expanding it. But let's not ignore the doubts, because even now, there are things that still raise questions. Will it have enough power for real-world use? Will it feel like a real truck? Will it meet the expectations people are building around it? These are valid concerns. And until Toyota officially reveals everything, we won't have all the answers. But here's the difference now. Before, I didn't believe the Stout made sense. Now, I think it might make more sense than anything else out there. Because the world has changed and the way we use vehicles has changed with it. And that's what makes this truck so interesting. It's not trying to be the biggest, the loudest, or the most powerful. It's trying to be the most relevant, the most useful, the most aligned with how people actually live today. And that's something a lot of vehicles miss. Now imagine this. You're about to buy a truck. You're looking at all the usual options. Big, expensive, fuel-hungry, and then the Stout arrives, smaller, smarter, more efficient, and designed for everyday life. That's not just another option, that's a completely different way of thinking, and suddenly, the choice isn't so simple anymore. So yeah, I didn't believe it at first. But now I'm paying attention. Because if the 2026 to 27 Toyota Stout delivers even close to what people are expecting, it won't just compete, it could completely change the game. And that's something you don't want to ignore. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe to MVP Wheel, and turn on notifications. Because sometimes, the things you don't believe at first turn out to be the ones that matter the most.